Hello everyone, and welcome to FX Addicts Weekly Currency Update. This is Tim, the Currency Professor, and today is Friday, April 20th, 2012. Well, for the week we've had some activity. Overall, we're still not anywhere different than we were a week ago in many currency crosses. The euro against the dollar, we are higher for the week. We are hitting some areas here that could potentially be a market mover. You can see all these little geometric lines I got in here. They actually do mean something. Today's movement, we broke through one minor trend line, and we're hitting now a secondary trend line that was actually a resistance point at one stage and has become a support level at one stage, and it's become a resistance point now. So we are right up on that, and we had the whole week this week where very, very small amounts of trading, and then today we had this breakout to the upside. Now, on the weekly basis, we have this channel, and we've been pretty much in this channel for a little bit over a year now. And we're right up against the upper areas of this channel, and we're kind of forming a little bit of a triangle here. This has been the support down here, and now we have this. It is a very good possibility we could rally up out of here. Fundamentally, there is a lot of bearishness on the euro, and almost so much so that you kind of want to think that the opposite's going to happen. There are way too many people out there saying it's going to go down, and fundamentally there's a lot of reasons for it to go down. There's a lot of issues there. However, economically there's some better things that have been coming out of Europe. So there is a potential here for the market to break out to the upside. If we close significantly above this this channel, this upward channel line next week, then it could very easily go up 136, 137 area. If we look here on the monthlies, we can see how this could actually get up into here, and we could rally up to just about right about in here, about 138, 137 to 138 area, and we could do that possibly in the next month or two. But we'll see. It would still be within the downward move here. Longer term, this is still angling down. So longer term, it's still got a good downtrend to it. But we could have a correction right here, just like we've had before. So really looking for it to consolidate, maybe work a little bit higher. It's very, very possible. British pound enjoying a very nice uptrend here. We've had now, this is the 5th day up in a row. All week it has moved up significantly. Had a very nice move up. We're up 67 pips right now off of our highs just slightly, but looks very strong. Stochastics look strong. We're up above the range. We have broken out of the range that we have been in since the middle of January. So this is a positive sign. It's positive that we're moving up because we have broken out of the channel. Now we are going to run into some resistance back from this area here, which will take us just about 162 area. So another 100 points, we could probably run into some resistance there. On the weeklies, weeklies look very good here. Looks like we could run up to this upper channel line that's here, about 162.40, 162.50 area. And on a monthly basis, we've now had, this will be the 4th month up in a row. We got still a little bit over a week yet to go. But it is a small move up, but nonetheless it is a move up. In the longer scope of things, it's still struggling to get up, and technically about 167 here is about the extent that we could go up. We have had a lot of damage here to the market, so really do not expect it to rally up to like 175 or something like that. It would be very, very much out of character for technically for it to do that. Technically it should run up here to about the 167 level. That would be the 3rd time up there. Then we would fall back and break through this minor trend line here that there is on the upswing. So That's longer term, of course. U.S. dollar against the Swiss franc, down again today, down 58 pips. We're slowly starting to leak down, but overall, looking back, this is same range that we've been in now for the last 3 months. So quite a long consolidation area. Stochastics have picked up a little steam here going down, so it looks like we could probably fall off a little bit more. On a weekly basis, stochastics are still pointed up. Market still looks fairly strong. We ran up, pulled back, had a little double bottom, ran up, failed, came back down, tested the lows, couldn't make it. So now it should go higher, at least on a weekly basis. Monthly still looks very good. We had this spike low here, very, very strong pattern that we could run up. We did. We've fallen back a little bit. Now the next move should be up to this upper end of the channel line and ultimately breaking that channel line as well. So that could take, though, 6 months or more. So this is still looking at it from a longer term perspective. U.S. dollar against the Japanese yen. Actually down now just a couple of pips depending on your quote service, but overall looks like we've probably had our correction here. We went down for several weeks. We put in a little bit of a double bottom here right around the 80-50 area, just where we kind of expected. 50% retracement would have taken us right down to about 80 even. Nonetheless, still fairly close. Now we do run the risk of coming back down to that 80-50 area and testing that. And that is a possibility sometime in the next week or so. But then it looks like it'll probably rally up off of that. And on a weekly basis, we've pretty much gotten back all we gained last week. It looks like we may start to move up on a regular basis from here. And on the monthlies, we're now closing the gap on the month for the downward move here. And we still got a little bit over a week, so a lot can happen in that time. It's very possible we could retrace the loss for the month. So a lot can happen here. Euro Swiss losing ground again today, down 7 pips. Still sticking to that little trend line we have here that goes back about 4 years, 3.5, 4 years. So it looks like it's going to continue, probably just a little bit lower. We know that the floor is there. It's being supported by Swiss National Bank at 120. So at some point here, it's going to come and diverge with that trend line and break out to the upside. So there's fundamentally the Swiss franc is really, really overbought against the euro. So there's a very, very good likelihood that we could bounce quite a bit here. And on a longer term basis, we could really bounce up into the 130s. There's certainly a potential for that. Euro yen enjoying another very nice update today. As a matter of fact, an update every day this week now. Very positive looking. Up 58 points as we're coming into the close here. And we had a nice spike low here on Monday. And we've rallied ever since. We took out this consolidation area now. We're above that, so it looks fairly positive. Looks like it's going to keep going. On a weekly basis, well, we rallied up. We went above this minor trend line. We've pulled back, and now we're starting to move back up again. And on the monthlies, well, the month is still very negative. And technically, we should have went up here to around the 112, 113 area to complete this pattern. Now, longer term, this is still downward move, downward trend. This did a lot of damage to the market, so it will take an awful lot, just like with the dollar-pound, it would take an awful lot for this to move up significantly above this trend line and start a new upward trend. Really does not happen that way. So more than likely what's going to happen here is we're going to get up to this 112, 113 area eventually, and then probably fall off. And fall off all the way back down, take out these lows, and maybe get into the lower 90s area. Technically, that's what should happen. So again, we're looking at things from a technical standpoint and really think that is what should happen. Now, if we do close significantly above that trend line, that's going to be a different story. Have to assess what happens and how far it does it, but technically it should not do that. So that is all for the week. Certainly feel free to stop by FX Addicts if you are not a member already. Feel free to contact me with any questions you may have. I'd be more than happy to help you out and show you around. help you with your trading in any way that I can. So thank you, and see you next week.